Well, we're still going. Yeah, no, I'm not stopping. It's gonna be one stream, and I'm gonna chop it and let them and then put them out like that. And I'll explain to you. We only got two more topics to talk about though. Three. Okay, this next one. I'm kind of gonna set you up for this one. You should be able to cook out on this one right there. Where is it, man? I'm doing all this talking. I'm not finding my darn topics. Here we go. Childhood trauma isn't just what your family did. It's bullying, unsafe neighborhoods, inadequate resources, poor medical care, abusive teachers and medical personnel, oppressive system, not being seen or heard, being judged, being written off for your culture and financial status. And I agree with all of this. And I say, so what? Not that none of it matters, because all of it matters. And all of it will heavily influence where you end up as an adult. Can. For most people, it does. And that's for good or for bad. But I say so what because you're playing spades. You can't, you don't get to pick the cards you get. You shuffle, you deal. But the goal is to win the game of spades. And, you know, if you got a hand of 10, or if your partner, if y'all got 10, y'all need to get 10 books. If y'all got bored, then you only gonna get 4 books. And by the end of the game, you want to get to 500 before the next person. And I look at overcoming your childhood trauma. Some of us get good hands, some of us get bad hands. But the goal is to get to 500. And if we want to bring it down a little bit more, the goal is to play your hand the best that you can. Now, if you got 4 and you try to stretch it to 6, and then you get some good luck because somebody messed up, or the two guys you playing against, two guys and guys you playing against, they bumping heads. So then you get to 6. Then oh dang, you leveled up without even trying. But some of us, we sitting on 7 books, but we don't play the hand right, and then we get set and we lose points. But I'm saying all of that to say that we all have things that we're fighting against. And childhood trauma should not just be limited to what happened in your house. But in order for you to be the best human being that you can be, you have to learn how to play the hand that's dealt to you. And that is the true evaluation of you and your greatness. How you handle the cards that were dealt to you. You got anything on that one? I feel like you do.
I the ending, yeah, I definitely agree with your conclusion of it, but the so what?
You don't like that,
No,
so what did you?
no,
Why
not at
not?
all. Because I've definitely experienced a lot of those things,
Okay.
and it personally did something to me when you said that. Well, one when you read it off, because I don't even think you sent me that.
I did right before we started.
Ah, you know I don't be on
I
Instagram
told you I
like
was sending you
that.
I told you I was sending you topics.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad. I didn't read it, so I was not ready for that. That was very
Hey, delivery man, she keep me on scent on the you know what I'm saying? She don't be reading my stuff. So what you think happened to you, Buster?
So yeah, that was a little sting to the heart. It kind of brought me back to my little girl, to my little self, my younger self. And then for you to say so what is kind of like invalidating, because yes, we as adults now it- we see it as so what, let's move forward, let's do what we can with what we had. But when we're actually in those moments, when we're actually experiencing those things, it it you're not thinking that way. You don't have that frame. So how you're processing it and how it's even coming up in your body, let alone in your mind, it's not the way that we see it now. I understand that as adults now it's up to us in order to change the direction of our future,
Hmm.
our present and our future, but to say so what when they're specifically talking about your childhood traumas being outside of the house is kind of it's mean.
Yeah, okay, I'll accept that it's mean, but here's the thing. Everyone goes through trauma, correct?
Oh, for sure.
And a lot of us want to get through our trauma, right?
People who are aware of it, yeah.
Right, right. The one, yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. For those who are aware of their trauma, they want to get through their trauma.
Mhm.
And I think even those who aren't aware of their trauma, they're on a journey to get to up to them to their best selves. Some of them, not everybody. Everybody
Yeah.
doesn't want to get there.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, so what? Because I'm not saying you yourself, how you're going through and what you're processing, but who really gives a fuck what you went through? If and here we go now. We create expectations for what we want from people based on what they give us, based on what they tell us. We create expectations from what we want from ourselves, whether it's in our personal lives, our professional lives, our spiritual lives, our mental lives, whatever, right? We all create these different expectations for ourselves. So, in the pursuit of your goals, and again, not just your aspirational goals, whether it's your relationship goals, your maintaining friendships, all of that stuff, there is an expectation that you have for yourself
Mhm.
that you create for other people based on how you act. And in order to be where you want to be, where you truly want to be, not where you say you want to be, where your actions say that you want to be, so what? That's not me dismissing what you're going through. That's not me being sympathetic or empathetic. That's not me being here to support you while you're going through it, right? But you can tell me that, hey, as a kid, I went through this, that, and this. And this is why I act like this. And I say, well, in order for us to work out, I need this, and this from you. I understand you're not here today, but I need you to work to get here eventually. And eventually is not when we're 80, right? But the way that this works for me is to see you working towards getting to where I I say is acceptable for me, right? And then you rebuttal and you go, here's what I can do for you. And once we agree to those terms,
Middle ground.
I'm not saying middle ground because the ground might no, the ground might not be in the middle. Listen, the ground might not be in the middle, right? You may say I can only give you 30% of what you're asking for. I need you to I just need you to accept that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you in turn of accepting it, you're giving me the rest. So
Yes.
it's balancing it out.
Well, yes, but I was just saying not, I was saying not middle ground because I didn't want to make it a 50-50 thing, right? Because
Mm.
I think it's just I think it's dumb to say
Yeah,
things
no,
are 50
it's
50 because that's not life. It's some things are here, some things are there. And guess what? If you agree to a 65-35 relationship and you're happy with it, that's fine. It balances out, but it's not in the middle. Okay. But anyways, once we get to that point of where we agree on something, not to say that we can't revisit it,
Mhm.
but once we get there, so what? It doesn't matter why you did what you did or why you're doing what you're doing. We said for this dynamic to function, this is what we need from one another.
Mm.
Your reason for fucking this up or doing something that I didn't like, whatever it is, right? For violating the terms of the agreement, right? It's valid.
Mm.
I hear you,
Mm.
but you still fucked up. Now, you can get help. I will support you through that. So what is not throwing it out the window, right? So what's not saying, so what is not that it doesn't make sense why you did it or why this happened. So what is just like, bro, yeah, so life's hard. Be better.
I don't think they're trying to say that life isn't hard for everybody.
Okay.
I think it's something that we've talked about a lot is the invalidation. So they're trying to have some validation in the fact of like everybody's going through trauma. It's not just what happens on the inside of the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it goes into what you said about like, okay, you're giving me this excuse of this is how I was raised, or I'm doing this because this happened to me when I was a
Mm-hmm.
kid. And you're like, well, okay, well, that's in order for us to work, it has to be something else. But your something else is also based off your own trauma. So, like, you know what I mean? So I can easily say the same thing back to you and invalidate your your okay, your level of comfortable.
But we're not here. We're not invalidating anything. We're not invalidating. We're not accepting. There's a difference.
Exactly. So maybe word it a little bit different
Well, no,
instead of just saying so what? Because that's invalidation.
is it?
It is. It is.
I think
If you
no, no, no,
add a
no, no.
couple words like before it
I
to kind of be like,
well,
yeah, that makes sense and I get it.
but so what?
Exactly. But at
But
least
but that but that's but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that what you're saying isn't valid. I'm saying that
no, but you're not validating it at all. You're just giving in I'm not validating it. Like I know I don't know.
no, no, no. I know what you're saying. Well, no, because it speaks to personality differences that we have, right? Because talk about childhood trauma. I am used to, hey, here's what you're expected to do, and you don't get the pat on the back for what you're expected to do. It's not a fucking good job. It's like that's your job, bro. Like you went to work from 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
This is literally our childhood traumas talking right
I
now.
know, I know, I know. But it's good to have the conversation, right? And you are more of a, hey, good job today. You know, you no you want to hear it, right?
Yes.
You want to hear that.
Yes.
Where I'm more like, hey, yeah, tell me when I'm fucking up. Like, yeah, it's nice to hear you're doing a good job. Hey, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't like compliments, but how well do I receive
You suck.
them?
You love compliments. Let's not say that you don't like them because you love them. It's not even that you like them. Like you love compliments.
No, yeah, I
You
do.
love
Like,
it.
I'm like,
Like you
yeah,
thrive on when I'm sitting here complimenting you all day, or like one day, or one time every single day a week, you're
yes,
thriving,
but
regardless of how you
no, no, no,
receive it.
right, but and I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think I've ever created an environment where I expect it. Do I?
You did. Mhm.
When did I? Okay.
Yes, you did. And then I started doing it more, and it wasn't received, even though that's what you were seeking. So, yeah, I don't know. Like we kind of had the same, like, hey, this is what is expected. And yes, my parents did give us a little bit of um validation, but the reason why, like, I searched for it is because I didn't get it. Like, I would that's like the thing that I would constantly be asking for is like, why can't you see, like, specifically, like, why can't you see all my A's and B's and you just see that one D or F and you're tripping? Or sometimes it would just be a C. I would have a C and everything else was A's and B's, but they did not say nothing about the A's and B's and just went off for like a fucking hour, like complete just going in. And I'm like, can we get something for all the A's and B's? No, like
Can,
you're just over here shitting on my C.
can we get some full disclosure here? If your kids bring home a C, a D, or a F,
Oh, I already know you've already said it multiple times, but I've already discussed with
they'll
you.
eat, they'll be bathed, they'll be dressed.
I don't excel in
Huh?
like sitting down testing. Like I'm more practical rather than writing.
Yeah, I know. I know. We gonna work through it. But I just let you know that when that happens, right, or if that happens, how we yin and yang these things, right? Good cop, bad cop. Validation for them A's and B's. You are the woman for that job. Cause when them A's don't come in,
I think I'm gonna need to be on camera soon.
AC is gonna be flipping.
AC gonna flip when he sees those C's.
Man, come on. You brought a C into my house, boy. What the hell is wrong with you? I didn't give you the C in your name on purpose for a
There
reason.
you go.
So you don't come in my house with a C, with a smile on your face. Like, man, I wish you would. What?
I said I think I need to be on camera soon because you keep looking at me. You're not looking at the
I know, I know, I
camera.
know, I know, I know.
You
But
got to interact with them. We're already having our own conversation here.
I know you're right.
There's a lot going on.
But here's what I will say about that in a serious place, right? And this is my childhood trauma talking. When you create, like, it's about creating an environment for what it is that you want, but not saying that it's the environment that you want. It's truly creating that environment for what you want. You can say, "Hey, I want my kids to make good grades." Well, do you check their homework? Are you involved? Do you know what their teachers expect from them? Are you going the extra mile to make them go above and beyond what the expectation is by setting a in-home standard, right? I remember having to do summer reading. They said read 3 books. Sharon said read 10 books. 5 got to be from the list. The other 5 can be whatever it is that you want to read. Because they gave us like options on books for summer reading. Well, I couldn't go to camp for football until I had read 10 books up until my senior year of high school. Did it every freaking summer because she set a standard for the type of student that she wanted me to be, but she also re-emphasize that standard by the stuff that she did, like, you know what I'm saying, like in the house.
Mhm.
Like also where she was like, you don't never need no woman to take care of you. I can make a household work.
Mhm.
It ain't gonna be pretty. But when you moved in, did it stink in here?
No,
It wasn't like, I mean, it was like messy. Shit was like, it wasn't even really messy for real,
it
for real.
wasn't messy. Just it things weren't placed in places that it actually made sense.
It
They
made,
were all placed like
made perfect
it
sense
was
to me.
organized, but it just didn't make sense.
Made perfect sense to me. And I tell
But
you what, I
that's a woman thing.
I get in this damn kitchen sometimes and I start looking for stuff and I can't find it and I get pissy. I get real
Yes, he
pissy when
does.
I can't
He
find
does.
stuff.
Where's the foil?
Oh yeah, we gotta have a utensils conversation because that no that cup I had out there, the cup with the utensils in it. I know you pulled some of them out. Well, they was in shell, they was in drawers.
That's probably when I washed them and I just
Oh,
automatically
okay,
thought
okay.
that they were in there because I did not pull anything out of the thing that I bought you. Yeah.
I'll come sit. I'm like, the things are going here.
Because I bought it for you, but I never actually
I know,
saw what's
I
like
know.
in it. So when I'm cooking and stuff, I'll just when I wash the dishes or put them away, I'm like, they're going in
Yeah,
here.
I know, I know. Yeah, it's that's the. I mean, nah, it's fun though. It really is fun. Like the whole moving thing, and you're looking for stuff, and it's like, bro, where is this at? Like, why is this not here?
Most of the times because you weren't listening.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause-
Like, I
that
mean,
was the first thing you said. I don't care where you move things, just let me know.
yeah,
And I
and
have been very
yeah,
open.
for the most part, I don't care, right? Like, I would rather you move. I'd rather you move, me complain,
Yeah.
than say, hey, I moved this back here because it makes sense.
Mm-mm.
Instead of like you again, like you feeling like you can't move stuff because I I've been here for a year.
Yeah.
She just moved in.
Yeah.
We already went through the whole make my I don't feel like I this is my place. I just feel like I live with you.
Before
So
before you moved here.
and so before I moved here, so part of it was,
Mhm.
hey, yeah, just decorate, just do whatever, explain it to me, and if I don't like it, I'll tell you, and
Yeah.
I'll whatever. So I don't.
And I still don't like it when you tell me.
I know. Just go walk the dogs. But anyways, man,
What's the next topic?
you know what? We're gonna we'll end it now because the other topics they're not dated topics, so we can come back to them.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a good 2 hours, 12 minutes. And so here's how I'm gonna stream it, right? Because I don't feel like upgrading my membership on this website. So you can only stream like an hour at a time if you don't go live.
Mm.
'Cause
Oh.
somebody doesn't want to go live. Um, I'll probably just end up putting her live and not telling her. Um,
Like you uploaded it without telling me?
yeah, I was here when we did it. I listened to the whole thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up like 3 streams to run back to back to back, so it streams in one piece, and then I'm just gonna post the whole thing because I'm not in this business of multi-part podcasts. Like, no, we back 2 hours a week, twice a week, and I actually
Twice a week.
not me and you.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you're once a week.
Mm,
Like I want to
that's
talk to you for 2 hours continuously twice a week
rude. You talk to me for more. So
when you're lucky. When I'm not in the office.
true.
But no, this was fun. This was fun.
Yeah,
You
this
talked
was
today.
yeah. I was a little bit more prepared.
Yeah,
Got my
you.
notebook.
I know you love to taking notes and writing stuff like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna say this,"
Front
but
and back. This page, front and back. We in here.
I know we might have to add you to the stream. I doubt
Yeah,
it.
don't.
I don't post it. I'm gonna put you on the podcast.
My picture. Oh no, my face isn't even on here.
Yeah, nah.
I'm not ready for that. Just so y'all know, it's my choice of being behind the fucking camera. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Ish.
Oh.
Here's the funny thing about stuff like this is you don't know if I'm making content or if I'm being serious.
Mm-hmm.
I was making content. Ish. Nah, honestly, not a real. The real reason though is like right now with the setup and the camera that we're using is that there's not this angle's not wide enough to capture both of us in a good conversational method.
No, yeah.
So I know how we could do it. We would also have to probably move to the living room to do it.
Dining room
Huh?
table. Dining room table.
Couch.
Mm.
We have to bring all the lights and stuff in there, and because even the dining room table, the dining room table is an odd podcast dynamic, honestly. Like for visually, especially when it's two people,
Even if you do it like this way.
it looks forced.
Oh.
Like who the fuck sits at the table, just two people just talking?
Yeah,
Like
no.
nah, the couch really is.
I would be sitting on the floor.
I'm gonna hang out, hang out, I'm gonna hang out. You know what I'm saying? And like that, then that also becomes a long story short.
Um,
If we had a camera crew, we could do it and make it work. But without a no, seriously, without a camera crew and without somebody else cutting and editing videos, because we would need three cameras, right? We would need a wide angle, the wide view for both of us, and then we would need solo cameras on both of us. So then when we're doing pieces that aren't necessarily conversational, like conversation pieces, we're talking at the camera.
yeah.
You want that, you want it to
Eye
lock in on there.
contact. Yeah.
But I got a day job and I do this, so I ain't got time to be doing all of that.
Look, put me on payroll.
I need to see your video editing portfolio, and then you know what I'm saying. We can have that conversation. But until then, you're gonna be over there. Hey, we out. We ballin', big baby.